So, playing Asylum. This game is a text-based adventure game developed by Tyler MV. I saw his post on Twitter, and I was interested in actually viewing or playing the game. So I decided to schedule a time where I could stream it. This is my first stream playthrough, so I'm pretty excited. Also a little scared because I don't know if I'm going to be any good at this game, because I guess it's kind of like a puzzle, and I've been drinking. So, boom, chair in the upright position, and yeah, I guess we're just about 6 o'clock, so I guess I'm gonna give it a shot. I might have to adjust the speaker or the game input volume, but I guess I'll just get right into it. Alright, okay, you're driving. The headlights of an oncoming traffic blind you as quickly as they fade away into the night. You don't remember leaving your house or getting into the truck. Your head feels fuzzy. All you know is that you need answers. Continue. You pull off the highway onto a gravel road. You can see the asylum in the distance. You remember the day your parents were committed. You think about the word committed. Committed a crime. Committed to the asylum. Committed suicide. You try not to get angry. You need to keep a clear head. Okay? You pull up to the building. Turn off the truck. Take a breath. Close your eyes. Grip the steering wheel. You have no idea what you'll find inside, if anything at all, but you have to at least try. The silence inside the truck makes you uneasy. You step out of the truck. You listen to the hiss of the treetops swaying in the wind and the muffled groans of passing cars by the now distant highway. You look up at the asylum. Start walking up to the asylum. All right. Begin walking up to the asylum. The gravel crunches underneath your feet with every step. As you look up to the dimly lit asylum door, you wonder what you're going to say to the people at the front desk when you walk in. You wonder if Clarissa is working. She might be a bit easier to convince. What will you say? Let's see. All right, so my options are: you'll tell them the truth. You're confident they'll empathize and help you. You're confident you can turn on the charm and lie to them, convincing them to let you look around. Or you'll force your way in if you have to. All you care about is finding answers. All right. Not really sure who I should be or how I should go about this. All right. So I think what we're going to go with is lay on some charm. You know, I'm a pretty charmful fella, so we'll go with the charm. Confident you can turn on the charm and lie to them, convincing them to let you look around. You just hope you don't get caught by Dr. Fulton. Who the is Dr. Fulton? About to clap some. Look up at the asylum door. There are no lights on inside, but the outside light remains on. That's odd. You've been here before this late at night. Your parents would often have episodes, but there was always a full staff working. What do you do? Oh man, what do I do? This is going to be a long one, I can tell, and I'm excited. Hold on. Oh yeah. All right. What do I do? Okay. Well, I feel like knocking down the door would probably be illegal technically. So let's just give her a go. Okay. So you put your hand on the door handle and try to open the door. It's locked. That's strange. Surprise, surprise. You take a look around. To your right, you see some windows. You could try there. Also might be worth taking a look around the building. You glance back at your truck. You could have something useful in there. Let's see. Take a look around the building. Check out the truck. I'm not going to try the door again because it's locked. Why would I try it again? All right. So let's see. Take a look around the building. You walk past the windows in your truck. You used to take walks with your mom out here. She loved being outside in the fresh air. She used to hold your arm while you both just walked. It's hard to see anything with so little light outside, but the moonlight gives you enough vision to make out the shed at the end of the yard. Okay, of course, I guess I'm going to investigate the shed, right? Okay, you walk up to the shed, In the little light you have, you can see the shed hasn't changed much. It's a beautiful pink shed with white trim and details. It looks like a fairy tale house against the tree line. Open the shed. You open the doors to the shed. A cloud of dust greets you as you walk in. It smells musty. It's smelly musty. Yikes. Alright. You feel around in the darkness for anything that might help. You touch what feels like a garden hose, and then a watering can. With the little light you have, you make it over to a workbench. There you find a hammer. Grab the hammer. Pick up the hammer. Feel of the hammer reminds you of your dad. He was a carpenter by trade and always loved working with his hands. You begin walking back to the front of the asylum. Something in one of the windows catches the corner of your eye. You look up to see the grim face of a woman staring down at you. Her eyes are fixated on you, never blinking. She must be a patient, you think to yourself. She looks familiar. You must have seen her before while visiting your parents. You try not to pay attention, but as you walk back to the front of the building, her gaze follows you. You make it back to the front of the asylum, the hammer in your hand. What do you do? Check your truck. Try the front door. Is that try the front door or bash the front door with the hammer? I don't really know. It's not clear to me. I guess we're going to investigate the windows next. I feel like checking your... You know what? Check the truck. Why not? Walk back to the front of your truck. This used to be your dad's truck. He didn't have much use for a vehicle after he was committed to the asylum. Despite what it might have been used for in the incident, you still can't bring yourself to get rid of it. What do you do? Useful. I assume it's a pickup truck. Let's see. What would be, you know what? Let's go in the back. You open the back of the truck. There are some old materials from a project your dad was working on for a neighbor, who's always doing things like that and never asking for anything in return. Aside from your own gym bag, there's not much else in here. Okay. Open the truck door. You open the truck door. There in the back is your dad's old tool belt. You see measuring tape and some old pencils, but you remember putting his hammers and screwdrivers away. Damn, that would have been useful. You spot the glove box. Open the glove box. Try opening the glove box. It won't budge. That thing has been stuck for as long as you can remember. If only there was a way to pry it open. Pry it open with the hammer, of course. I kind of get where this is going. You lift up your hammer. You push the back of the hammer into the lock of the glove box. You pull with everything you have. With a loud crack, the glove box opens. Among old napkins and maps that fall out is a key. Take the key. I grab the key. It's an employee's pass. You weren't expecting to see an employee pass in Dad's glove box. Why would Dad have this? What is it for? You walk back to the front of your truck. This used to be your dad's truck. He didn't have much use for a vehicle after he was committed to the asylum. Despite what it might have been used for in the incident, you still can't bring yourself to get rid of it. What do you do? Okay, so it's a loop back. Okay, so return. Make it back to the front of the asylum. The hammer and key in hand. What do you do? Try the front door. Walk up to the front door. If that patient is up in her room, there must still be orderly around. Clutch the key in one hand and the hammer in the other. What do you do? Try the key. Okay, so I try the employee pass. Swipe the pass slowly. As you're going to work, everything looks like it's turned off. Why would Dad have a key to this place before he was ever committed here? You hear a beep and a click, and push the door open slowly. It slowly creaks open, revealing the inside of the asylum. Enter the asylum. Here we go. Chapter 2. Let's get it. Okay. Walking to the asylum, memories flow back to when you used to visit your parents here. It's dark except for the flickering of a light at the back of the room. Despite the limited light, you find yourself in a familiar spot, the waiting room. You remember spending a lot of time here, waiting for your parents when you could come to visit. You were always waiting, it seemed, and you got to see them so little. Clarissa worked the front desk. You two would laugh just talking about your dating lives and plans for the future. You wonder what you might say to Clarissa if she were here in this room right now. Okay. Options are, you'd ask about her dating life. You remember that wasn't going so well. You'd attempt to seduce her. Oh boy, you've always been so attracted to Clarissa. Oh, she's hot. Let's get it. Turn on the charm and finally ask her to on a date. Let's go full bore, baby. You picture it in your head. And walk up to the desk and make a comment about her earrings and her dress. You tell her she looks amazing in whatever color she's wearing. You'd ask her what she might be thinking for dinner that night. Smooth, smooth. A moving shadow suddenly breaks your train of thought. Was that the wind? Was it just the flickering light or something else? The slam of a door down the hall startles you. It's definitely not just the wind. You look around the big, empty, dark room and suddenly feel exposed. I should keep moving, get the proof I need, and get out of here. So far, so good. I like the storyline. To your right is the long hallway where you heard the bang of a door. To your left, you see the medical wing. You shiver at the thought of going in there. Of course, you could always look through Clarissa's desk. There could be answers there. What do you do? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to go through all three scenarios to actually get to the end of this, no matter what. So I'm just gonna stick to the top. You walk over to the desk. Okay, so I have checked the computer. There could be some answers on there. Check the visitor pamphlets. There was a map. Check the drawers. Maybe Clarissa tucked something away. Investigate the flickering light. Return to the front. Now me, I'd personally check the computer. I'm just a computer person. So we're just going to go with computer. Sit down at the desk, grab the computer mouse, and give it a shake. You notice a computer tower under the desk. You press the power button, and then again, nothing. There doesn't seem to be any power, but I bet there's some important information on the computers in here if I can just get the power on. Okay, so we're going to investigate the flickering light. That just makes sense, right? Okay. Venture towards the flickering light and discover it's a flashlight. Okay, so not part of the electrical system. You take a look at the flashlight and then a quick look at your surroundings. This asylum looks abandoned. Where the hell did everyone go? You pick up the flashlight and give it a couple of shakes. It works. The light begins to burn through the darkness that surrounds you. Damn. This is some kind of dark shit. I like it. Walk over to the desk. All right, let's see. All right, guess we'll check the drawers now, right? Visitor pamphlet. Actually, well, the map might lead me to the generator. I don't know if I'm thinking a little too much into that. But yeah, let's give the pamphlets and the map a try. There's a bunch of pamphlets sitting on Clarissa's desk. She would give these out to the new visitors who didn't know their way around. Pick one up and scan the map quickly. You notice there's a basement to this place. If there's a way to get the lights on and power running, it's probably down there. Boom. Look at that. I'm a genius. The map indicates there's a door to the basement just down the hall. There's also a door to the basement in the kitchen, just past the dining hall. The door to the dining hall is also just down the hallway. Convenient. Convenient. All right. You walk over to the desk again. All right. So I guess I might as well check the drawers while I'm here. Yeah, sure. Okay, I open up the drawer. There's a couple of pens, some empty folders, and a personal planner. You open the personal planner and flip through to the last couple of entries. Looks like her last entry was an appointment with Dr. Fulton. You know what that means. Dr. Fulton's evil as shit. Alright, so we already checked everything, so we're going to return back. Oh my god. Alright, so did it say it was down the hallway, right? The basement door was down the hallway. I don't actually remember. Okay, we'll just walk down the hallway, you know? Screw it. Okay, so you venture down the dark hallway with the flashlight lighting your way. The lights reveal 3 doors down the hallway. There's a door cracked open just enough to see that it leads to what looks like an office. Venture down a bit further and you see basement written on one of the doors and dining hall written on the other. Okay, obviously we're going to go down to the basement, right? Investigate the basement. There may be a way to turn on the power. You walk over to the basement door. You take a look around and shudder to think at what might be downstairs. If there's a way to turn the power on in this place, it's probably in the basement. You press your hand to the knob and turn it. It's locked. God damn it, dude. Figures. Alright, so obviously The basement's locked. I guess maybe the office has the key. Who knows? Venture into the office. Small but nice, very modern looking, with shelves full of books, a big wooden desk, and some filing cabinets in the back. You read the name on the desk. It says Dr. Fulton. Oh, this dirty mofo. He was the head doctor and founder of the asylum. Just as you lift your flashlight to take a more detailed look at everything, the door behind you slams shut. You bang on the door. Hey, no answer. Oh, getting lit. I am ready. All right. Okay, so I'm still in the office and the door's locked. You take a look around. There are no windows to crawl through. No other doors to open. The room now looks more like a prison than any sort of place of work. You have to escape. What do you do? There's too many options. I could examine the door. It's just going to tell me it's shut. Let's search for the filing cabinets. Okay, you walk over to the filing cabinets. They're as tall as you with 3 drawers per cabinet. They're brown and metallic. And you quickly find out they're also locked. Great! Fantastic. This guy is secure. Okay, so check the desk. You walk over to Dr. Fulton's desk. His computer remains turned off. There are various office supplies organized around his desk. Container full of papers, a stapler, Rolodex, some pens. You notice the desk has drawers. Okay, check out the drawers. Okay, sweet. I think I found the key. You open up the drawer to Dr. Fulton's desk. You rummage through some of the pens, pencils, and office clutter. There at the very bottom of the drawer, you find a key. Take the key. Let's get it. Grab the key and shut the drawer. This should come in handy. So, the question is, does the key open the door or does it open the filing cabinets? So I think I'm going to go to the filing. I'm just imagining this is more of a roundabout story where you have to kind of go the long way. There's no shortcuts in this story. And that's not a bad thing. That just means it's going to be more of an adventure. So, excuse me. I got to take beer. Sorry. I don't know why I didn't turn off my phone. Stupid. Actually, I'm not going to turn it off. Well, let's just turn you down. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm imagining that the filing cabinets are, that's what the key is going to go to, I imagine, so. Okay. So same thing again. 3 doors per cabinet. They're super tall, brown, metallic. Okay, got it. They're still locked. Figures. Okay, try key. Search through Dr. Fulton's files for something about this office or your parents. Luckily, Dr. Fulton was known as an organized and meticulous man. Unfortunately, it looks like someone tried to leave with the files in a hurry. Damn, there are only a few left behind. Okay, 3 files. Let's get it. File number 1. You open up the first file belonging to Johnny Bales. The patient was found guilty of homicide and sentenced to live out his days in the asylum. Nothing helpful here, okay? File number 2. You search through the second file. It belonged to Elisa Chaplin, who suffered from acute mania. It says here her family abandoned her because they thought she was a pest. It doesn't seem like much of a reason to abandon someone. It also says she was a perfect candidate for treatment. What kind of treatment? Okay, let's maybe search file number 3. Okay, different person. The third file belonged to Lizzie Hughes. The patient had committed infanticide and diagnosed with acute melancholia? Subject to psychiatric treatment in this place? I'm sorry, I probably butchered that. Looks like she was a part of something called the Revelation Project. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna return. Okay, so I already checked investigated, search the filing cabinets. Okay, so I guess I have to examine the door now. First, the office door. You try the door handle, but it's locked. No getting through that without a key. You have to get out of here. There must still be someone in this place. Where are the nurses or patients? In the corner of your eye, you notice a safe. Try banging on the door again and investigate the safe. Let's investigate the safe. Walk over to the safe. It's a large black safe, about as high as your waist. It looks like it needs a combination. Alright, try banging on the door again. It It echoes off the halls of the asylum. You hit harder, stinging your fist with every thump. You stop to listen to the fading echoes of this lifeless place. A few seconds pass, then another. Nothing. This is hopeless. So I can return again? Did I miss something? Okay, you took a look around. No windows. Okay. So I just examined the door. Nothing there. I searched the filing cabinets. Nothing there, except for those 3 files. Investigate the shelves. I don't think I've done that yet. Okay, so I walk over to the shelves. Okay, here we go. There are a number of different medical books to look through. They look pretty complicated. A couple of them catch your eye. Check out Universal Formula. Read through the surgical method and read the revelations of the human mind. So obviously, Universal Formula sounds interesting. It discusses the use of mathematics in unlocking the secrets of the universe. The language of gods, it's called. Okay, so that's a little weird. All right, next one is read through the surgical method. You open up the surgical method, a book about using surgery to cure mental illness. Most of the text and pictures look pretty barbaric. Are there any books here on modern medicine? And I guess here we are. Read the revelations of the human mind. You skim through. It discusses unlocking parts of the human brain in ancient experiments. Something suddenly falls out of the book. Piece of paper. You open the piece of paper. It says desk. Open, push down, push forward. That doesn't make much sense. Okay. I imagine there's like something on the desk. All right. So check the desk again. Check the drawers. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you open up the drawer, rummage through, bend down to pick up a pen. Okay, so items spill onto the floor. You bend down to pick up a pen and 2 highlighters. As you drop them back into place, one of them taps the bottom of the drawer. It sounds hollow. Investigate the hollow sound. Take out the drawer from the desk, dump the rest of the office supplies onto the floor, and plop the drawer on top of the desk. You begin knocking in various spots on the drawer. You knock inside the drawer. Something feels loose. You recall the directions and press down. You hear a click, then push forward. A false button. False bottom. Inside the false bottom is a journal. There's a marked page in the book. Boom. You open up the journal to the marked page. It discusses the day the safe was installed. A combination is written on the post-it note. 421232. All right, so now we're going to go... Was it the door? Okay. So the door, and then investigate the safe, and then we're going to try the combination. You try to remember the combination. 421232. You open up the safe. You grab the office key. There we go. Jeez. All right, examine the door. You approach the office door. You try the door handle, but it's very much locked. Okay, use the key. You hear a click, and the door opens. You walk out into the dark hallway. Who was it that locked you in there, and why? You stand quietly. A part of you is debating leaving this place. The other is quietly listening for any signs of life around you. This is way more than you're bargained for. Think about the newspapers. Think about the headlines. You think about all the words spoken by people who didn't even know your family. You know they didn't commit those crimes they were accused of. You know their death wasn't a suicide. You have to keep on. You have to clear their name. Doesn't seem to be anyone else out in the hall. You remember the waiting area is just to your left. To your right are the doors to the dining hall and basement doors. What do you do? I guess I have to go to the dining hall because the basement door is still locked. You walk up to the dining hall doors. The door is ajar and it looks like there's blood on the floor. Okay. Venture into the dining hall. Sure. Okay, we're on chapter 3. Alright, so I venture into the dining hall. Notice something at the bottom of the doorway. You bend down to inspect it and discover it's a lab coat next to a dried up pool of blood. Was there something here blocking the door before? The blood looks like it trails off further into the dining hall. Check through the pockets of the lab coat to find a wallet. According to the driver's license, the wallet belonged to a Dr. Cole. You find an asylum pass. He must have worked here. You find a voice recorder. You press play. This is Dr. Cole. It's the 31st of March, and the time is now 10:38 p.m. This is the last day of the experimentation for me. Dr. Fulton has grown obsessed. At first, I was on board considering what had happened to Miss Shepherd. It's time for me to move on, but I fear for how he'll react. Oh no, oh no, oh no. The recording cuts out there. Damn. Alright, we're getting into some greasy murder stuff. If this Dr. Cole had anything to do with your parents, what would you do? Beat him to an inch of his life. You would kill him. You would do nothing. It sounds like he got what he deserved. I mean, you're not wrong. I don't know. But in what, like, obviously he had something to do with it, right? He basically confessed it in his little voice thingy. But he did want to stop it. So, do we even know if he's dead? I mean, I guess the dried pool of blood and the lab coat. Alright, we'll just say that. You leave him from the sound of the recording and the blood around his lab coat. He got what he deserved. Alright, cool. Take a look around the dining hall. To your left is a trail of dried blood. Looks like it leads further into the main hall. At the back of the dining hall, past the tables and chairs, is a door. What do you do? Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to go to the door because I'm curious. Okay, so I walk further into the dining hall. Chairs have been knocked over. You see bloodied handprints on a number of tables. Take a look at the tables and chairs and notice there are still plates and utensils left behind. Looks like people had to leave in a hurry. The setup reminds you of dinners with your parents. Think about the last dinner you had with them. Mom made your favorite dish even though she wasn't feeling good that day. You remember Dad making some really bad joke, but you still laughed. Mom didn't laugh. She rarely even smiled at that point. If you had another chance, what would you say to her? That's a tricky one. I don't really know this scenario. I mean, I guess I'd ask her what's wrong, even though I guess if she's, you know, mentally unstable, I guess. I don't know if I would. It would have been a difficult conversation to have, but you'd talk about it and hopefully take the right steps to making it better. Okay, that sounded like the right. Word smell breaks your train of thought. You shake your head and clear your thoughts. As you come back down to reality, you notice moldy and rotten food on the plates. It's far from the meal you had with your parents all those months ago. You walk past the rotten food towards the back of the hall. You imagine this place was once very active and full of people, each patient enjoying their meals and the little social time they had. While your parents never asked or wanted to be here, they certainly didn't mind the company. You make it to the back door, and it looks like it leads out to a courtyard. Open the door. Alright, walk outside. The cold air soothes you as you feel the grips of stress and anxiety let go for just a moment. You look around you. The courtyard is surrounded by lush gardens and beautiful flowers. Even at night, it's rather beautiful. Think about the stories your parents would tell about this place. For them, this place was a sanctuary. There's a big fountain in the middle of the courtyard. To your left is a seating area with a bench flanked by 2 stone statues on either side of it. Past the fountain is the utility shed. What do you do? Oh dear. Check out the shed. You walk over to the utility shed. You try pulling on the door handle, but you see it's tied shut by an old rope. Try as you might, that thing won't budge. There's got to be something around here that can help. Okay, so let's check the bench. Walk over to the bench. Surrounded by a beautiful rose bush and intricate stone statues. One is a man, muscular and naked, holding his hand out to the woman. The woman, who is also nude, remains shy. Look down at the bench and notice there's a plaque. It reads, "In memory of Miss Shepherd, who is loved by all." You look at the statue of the woman. She's exposed as well, wearing nothing but a cloth that she holds close to her face as it drapes down. Okay, she's frozen in time, wondering if she would take his hand. He looks shy but curious. The glint of something in the moonlight catches your eye. A locket hangs from the statue's neck. Okay, take the locket. You grab the locket, you open it up to find a key inside. This could come in handy. Alright, okay, so I found the key. And I checked the shed and the bench, so let's check the fountain. Walk over to the fountain. It's beautifully sculpted. You can make out crashing waves and dancing fish carved in stone under the moss that's grown over time. Fountain isn't working, but it's full of murky water. You can see to the bottom. There's a number of valves and levers on the side that look to control the flow of water. It looks like it needs a tool. But the shed was closed by rope, wasn't it? Okay, so I have to go back to the shed, but I have a key. What I need is like a saw. So return to the dining hall, and I'm gonna follow the dried blood. Trail leads you into the kitchen. Okay, well, I'm hoping this is where I can find a knife. It's a clean facility with stainless steel tables and cupboards. There's a stove to one side of you, and some drawers to the other side. The trail of blood leads further into the kitchen. What do? Follow the trail of blood. Okay, I'm gonna search through the cupboards to see if I can get what's in that shed. Alright, you try to open the cupboards, they're locked. You rummage through your pocket and pull out the key. That was okay. Let's try the key. Press the key into the lock and turn. You open up the cupboard to find a number of items locked away from the patient. There's some prescription medication, cleaning chemicals. Besides those are a box of matches, presumably for the stove, and some sharp knives. What do you take? Okay, I'm gonna take the knife, because then I can go back to the shed. Okay, I took the knife. This could come in handy. Alright, so before I go any further, I'm gonna go back. Go back to the door, open the door. Alright, okay, cold air, and then check out the shed. And here we are. Okay, so I have the knife. Use the knife. You take your knife and begin cutting the rope. Dig into the rope with your blade and slide back and forth. After a little effort, it snaps. Boom, there we go. You open door to the shed. The shed looks old and rotted away. It smells moldy and earthy. Quick look around and there's not much in here. It almost looks like it was cleared out before it was locked up. There's a single wrench on the workbench. Boom, there we go. Now we got the tool. Take the wrench. Pick up the wrench. As you step back outside the shed, a light catches the corner of your eye. Look up to the window. The silent and staring down at you is the woman again. Even in the limited light of her candle, you can see how pale her skin is, how black her hair is. Eyes wide, she stares down at you. You hope not to run into her. Alright, so now I'm going back, return to the dining hall, and then follow dried blood into the kitchen. Check out the drawers. You rummage through the drawers to find some plastic cutlery. There are forks and spoons, but no knives. Okay, so that was... Alright, look at the stove. Let's just look at it. Looks like a gas stove. You try playing with the knobs, but nothing seems to happen. Okay, so follow the trail of blood. Because I already searched through the cupboards. Wait, hold on. This is where they locked away dangerous stuff. Keep exploring. Okay, so follow the trail of blood to the basement door. It's a simple looking door, gray with no distinguishing markings. In fact, it doesn't even have a door handle. You investigate further. It has two metal boxes on either side of the door. Looks like a lever belonging here. Or it looks like a lever belongs here. Okay, so I have come this far. Let's see. I searched through the cupboards, searched through the drawers, and I looked at the stove. But I have a tool. A fountain, right? Because walk over to the fountains. Okay, use the wrench. Okay, here we go. You put the tool to the pipes and turn. You hear gurgling and burping, and in a moment, the fountain drains. The bottom under all that musk is a lever. Boom! There we go. We got it. It smells foul and rotten. Push your hand through the mush and grip the metal. It's heavy, but you pull it out and from the drained fountain. All right, so return to the dining hall. Dried blood. Follow the dried blood. Put the lever in place. Just as you put the lever in place, you feel someone grab your shoulder. You turn to look. You see the foul face of a man. His skin is white as snow. His hair black and greasy. The most disturbing thing is the scars and stitching all over his face. He looks more like a monster than a man. He grabs your shoulder tighter. Oh God, what is happening? The man gives out a groan and takes a step closer. You're frozen with fear. You look around for any way out. Old man, stitches, white but black hair. I don't know about that. That sounds sketchy. Let's be defensive. Let's play defensive, you know? You reach up to grab his arm and push him away. Taking a wide stance, ready for what's next. He stares at you with lifeless eyes, his face truly disfigured. The man groans again. The man begins stepping towards you, still groaning. You swiftly take in your surroundings, looking for weapons, escape routes. Step by step, he inches closer. Stay back, you yell. With every step he takes, you take a step backwards. Fine, be aggressive. Take a swing at the man and miss. He lunges into you, sending you flying forward. Of course, that happens. Hitting the lever and through the basement door. Oh, man, okay, we got through. You take a tumble as the door closes behind you. You hear the man banging on the door and groaning. As you sit in the darkness, listening to the groans of that thing, they begin to sound less like the groans of a creature and more of the warnings of a man. Okay, continue to the basement. Chapter 4. Look at that. We're sending it right now. Hold on, I need a beer break. Alright, venture down into the basement of the asylum. It feels cold and damp. There's a thickness to the air. As much as you try, you can't see a thing. You look back up the stairs to the basement door, thinking about that man back there. Pain shoots through your arm. You shake your head. Can't stop now. Use the flashlight. Turn on the flashlight. You continue your descent down into the asylum. The stairs creak with every step you take. Your last step reveals a rush of cold from the concrete floor. Silence makes you uncomfortable. You stop for a moment and listen to the darkness. No movement, no breathing, no noise. Silence makes you uncomfortable. Take a look around the basement. The room you're in is rather small and custodial looking. Flashlight reveals some cupboards with glass doors further in the room. To your left is a door with a yellow voltage sign, while just ahead of you is a glass door. What do you do? The room you're in is rather small and custodial looking. The flashlight reveals some cupboards with glass doors further in the room. To your left is a door with a yellow voltage sign, while ahead the glass door. What do you do? Well, I guess examine the cupboards, right? You walk over to the cupboards. With your flashlight, you take a look inside. There are various medical instruments displayed neatly on different shelves. Search the cupboards. Locked. They really like their locks around here. Yeah, of course they do. Let's check out the glass door. Make your way across the room towards the glass doors with your flashlight leading the way. You see a flash of movement just on the other side of the door, which stops you in your tracks. You feel the rush of adrenaline as your heart begins to pump. What do you do? Inspect the window. Take a look through the window of the door. You can see brownish tiling on the floor. To one corner there are stainless steel sinks. In another you see an entire wall of cupboards. At the very back of the room are elevator doors, and they're open. A closer look reveals someone with long black hair sitting in the elevator, hiding behind their knees. Ooh. Make your way across the room towards the glass doors. With your flashlight leading the way, you see a flash movement just on the other side of the door, which stops you in your tracks. You feel the rush of adrenaline as your heart begins to pump. What do you do? Inspect the door. You walk slowly towards the door. You give the door a push, but it doesn't seem to budge. You notice a handle and give it a squeeze, but to no avail. Using your flashlight, you inspect the door more closely. You notice a weird-looking keypad to the right of the door. I wonder how it works. Alright, take a look around through the window. You can see some brownish tiling on the floor. One of the corners are stainless steel sinks. Another, see an entire wall of cupboards. Very back, elevator doors, and they're open. A closer look reveals someone. Okay, return. Okay, so I have to go back. Check out the voltage room. Okay, you open the door and walk into the voltage room. There's nothing in the room except for a grid full of knobs, wires, and buttons on the back right wall. Red blinking light catches your attention. Push the light. It stops blinking for just a moment and then turns green, but nothing seems to happen. You inspect the grid further with your flashlight. You can see there is a lever, a wheel, and 2 yellow wires. What do you do? I guess I will inspect them all, huh? Okay, inspect the yellow wires. 2 wires are sticking out of what looks like 2 metal blocks. They're far apart from each other. Not much you can do. Inspect the lever. It's pointing up towards the ceiling. Pull the lever down. Try to pull the lever down. Won't budge for some reason. Okay. Inspect the wheel. You approach the wheel. There's a sticker on the wheel that shows clockwise green, counterclockwise red. Looks like the wheel's turned counterclockwise already. What do? Turn the wheel. The wheel's turned all the way clockwise, showing green. It sounded like something changed on another part of the grid. Okay, so green. We want green. Okay. Inspect the button. The button is red and blinking. Push the green button. Then turns green. But nothing seems to have happened. Return. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the two blocks that were separated are now together. It looks like you can tie the wires together. Tie the wires. Right, one of the wires, and ouch, the wire zapped you. Of course it did. Okay, so the lever turns it on and off, and the wheel moves the two blocks together. So I think if I pull the lever, return, inspect the wires, tie the... Shit, I still got zapped. Pull the lever down. Oh, right, it won't budge. Okay, so inspect the wheel. Turn the wheel again. Showing red. Inspect. Okay, so, and I turn it again, and the wheel is turned all the way clockwise, showing green. It sounds like something's changed. Again, zapped again, huh? Currently green. Push the green. Okay, so I turn the... Okay, it's blinking red. There we go. Okay, so you grab one of the wires and tie it to the other wire, but nothing happens. Okay, because that's why I have to push the... Stop blinking just a moment and turn it green, but nothing seems to have happened. Turn. Inspect the lever. Pull the lever. There's a quick hum, and then the light begins to flicker. The power's on. Oh, man. Here we go. As the generator powers up, the building begins to groan. After a bit of flashing, a dim light illuminates the basement, getting stronger and brighter with every passing second. Now, with the power on, you can make your way to finding out what really happened up in the medical wing, and to your parents. Continue. Walk back out into the basement. With the lights on, you can now see the grime on the tiles on the floor. You can see the worn out cupboards and tables. Wow, this place looks rotten. Spot the blood on the floor. Blood from the dining hall. It leads right through the glass doors. So I look around the basement. With the light, you can now see this place more clearly. The grime on the floor, paint peeling off the walls. You notice drawers in the wall you didn't notice before. You look at the counters and sinks. You're in the morgue. What do? I guess I could search the bodies. You walk over to the drawer. There are 3 of them lined up side by side. Okay, investigate drawer number 1. Latch. Although the power is on, it's difficult to see. You grab onto the drawer and pull. This one is empty. Okay. Pull on the latch and the door comes with it. So, second drawer. Although the power is on, it's difficult to see. My god, it's a body. A woman in her 30s. Dark hair, pale skin. Scarring and stitching on her face. What did Dr. Fulton do to you? Alright, so drawer number 3. Pull on the latch, and the door comes with it. Although the power is on, I still can't see crap. Alright, there's no body, but you find a jacket. You unwrap the coat and discover it's covered in blood. Investigate the jacket. You find some ID. Looks like it belongs to a doctor here. A woman with dark hair, tan skin. You check the other pocket. You find a set of keys. Take the keys. Alright. Okay, examine the cupboards. With your flashlight, you take a look inside through the windows of the cupboard doors. Various medical instruments displayed neatly on different shelves. Unlock the cupboard. You open up the cupboard. There's a number of medical supplies, including some gauze, tape, and bandages. Okay, let's check out the bandages. White and ribbon, the bandages dangle in your hands. These would be perfect if you had a cut. Don't seem to have much value. Okay, so I'm going to end up cutting myself, I imagine. White, clean, strong fibers would be perfect for bandaging up a wound or keeping something in place. They don't have much value right now. That's the key word. Says right now. Check out the tape. It's sticky. There's a lot of it. Pick up the tape. I picked up the tape. Okay, so now I gotta check out the glass doors. There are no doorknobs, no handles. Try to push, but to no avail. To your right, you notice a lock screen. Try lock screen. Looks like it needs a fingerprint. Return. Okay, so search the body drawer. Drawer number 2. Use tape. Okay, so I'm gonna use tape and cold hand. You press the tape to her finger. You stare at the lifeless woman. Peel the tape off. This might just do the trick. Okay, so check the glass drawer. Try the lock screen. Use the fingerprint. Hear a beep and click. The door is unlocked. Look at that. Cautiously walk through the doors. You scan the walls that enclose the room. They're lined with tiny doors. In the middle of the room are 2 stainless steel tables. One is covered in a white sheet with something. No, someone underneath. No, someone underneath. Okay. Every step you take seems like a step in the wrong direction, but you have to keep moving forward. Your eyes fixate on the table in front of you. You take 1 step closer. The white sheet dangles over the side of the table. Take a step closer. You stand at the edge of the table. Pull the sheet. Your eyes widen as your heart begins to beat fast. This can't be. You think to yourself as you look down upon the lifeless body of the one you sought answers from the most. Lying dead in front of you is Dr. Fulton. Wow. Alright. That's a twist. Twisty twist. A loud ding catches your attention. You look up towards the open doors of the elevators. Staring at you with eyes black as night, hair thick and greasy, the same scars as the other body you found, is the woman who's been following you around. Clarissa? The elevator door closes. You begin walking over to the morgue elevators. You take a moment to stare back at Dr. Fulton and then another step towards the elevator. There's only one way to go from here. After a few moments, you hear a bell chime and the elevator door opens. You walk inside, the elevator doors close. Time to visit the medical wing. Alright, I think this is what it's leading up to. Chapter 5.